Live. Let me refresh this thing. Make sure you can see us and hear us. Nothing yet. Man, still nothing.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Let me see who's here. Oh man. So before we start, I don't know, throat's been acting up. So he doesn't
You
sound
gotta
like
talk
his normal
less.
self. Yeah, I gotta talk less. We'll see. Apparently B is doing a Q&A after this on whatnot. So
I didn't even know about
he'll
that
be
yet.
talking more.
Yeah.
So we'll have that. Let me see. Demand misinformation in hand. What up? One Kick Finder. Eddie. William Perry. What's up? Kevin, I apologize. It wasn't my fault. It was Delta Airlines. Kevin, how do we make it up? You and Chamo. You guys do like a whatnot at each other's house or something? So what do we do like a Q&A on mine? I'll handle the giveaways. You and Chamo, on we'll do the split screen. You guys one room, then me will do like Q&A thing.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. I'll do all the giveaways. Man, I look super choppy on here. What's going on?
Yeah. Why you at?
I like a super pixeled.
You're like Roblox.
Yeah, what's going on? Let me see. Leo, D-Bay, Social, SoCal, SA, Big Money Mo, Like and Three Legs, Leo, Josh Leva, what up? Swoop Man, 90s 480p. What's going on with it's? You know what's showing my internet is like 2 bars. I don't know why.
Oh.
Let me see. Big Money Mo, I'm on the phone with eBay removing negative feedback.
Nice.
Nice.
It should be automatic though.
Petty deals. Be on that 5G, Glenn on dial up. Trying. Let me keep refreshing this thing. Is it getting better? Not really.
Maybe
All
a
right.
mix of.
More people. Brian. Danny. Danny, thank you. Supporting on whatnot. And you saw the B in person.
Yeah. Yo, who won the shoe?
Sneakers Envy.
Ah,
He
dude,
bought
I'm
like
done. I'm
four
done. Like I
jerseys.
feel like everybody in my circle has won a giveaway, but me. You won. Hayden won. Seekers Envy won. I haven't won.
That's how it is. It's tough out there. Madrill, what up? Kemzo, Rosh Allington. Thank you, Rosh Allington. Showing us Atlanta, picking me up from the airport.
Ross Allington, thank you.
Kevin,
Where's Jake at? Dude, somebody
where's
needs
Jake?
to text that guy. He needs to
Yeah,
be in the
where's
chat.
Jake? So Jake might be showing up to Vegas. I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently. Speaking of Vegas, so the next one, July 9th and 10th, SneakerCon Las Vegas. This is coming up quick.
Oh,
Kind of
yo,
giving.
your camera's good now.
Oh, because it's a small, less
Yeah,
pixels are
yours is
used.
clear now.
Oh, okay. SneakerCon Vegas 9th and 10th coming up quick. Not even giving us any breathing room.
Next week we'll be there.
Oh man. I'm like,
It's gonna be rough.
there go Eddie said Jake is trash. Jake gonna gamble all his flipping money 5x. That's what he plans to do.
Mm-hmm.
So SneakerCon, what do we know? What did we see? SneakerCon Atlanta. Here are a couple of things. Number one, line was super long, and about mid-afternoon, it kind of died down.
Mm-hmm.
And Shoe MD was like, hey, we're from the South. We'll look at shoes for a little bit, but then we're ready to go eat. And that's kind of like what happened. Like between like 4 o'clock, it's pretty died down for that Saturday. Did you think like less and less people were buying or
Ah, dude, he was. I thought he was gonna be packed, right? Cause like the line was so long. We got in. I was like, oh, this is a lot smaller than I thought, right?
yeah.
And I feel like everybody just ripped through and left or something.
Yeah, it was quick. I didn't see. I think the same people I saw buying were like the same resellers that we know. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't see any like people just buying like a couple of pairs here and there for
No,
themselves.
a lot of bulk buyers actually. There are a
Yeah,
lot of bulk buyers.
exactly. Price Assassins, there he is. Ruduin, what's up? So that's what I noticed for sure. Second thing, what I wanted to do was like, I just wanted to talk to people and what they thought about sneakers and whatnot, eBay, all of that that's going on. So, like, one of them was Hova, who supported
Mhm.
us on whatnot. He was there from Miami. He was saying, "Hey, want to go to a Dolphins game? I got you. Hey, I like that." So I asked Hova, and I was like, "Look, I was like, what do you think about whatnot and eBay and everything that's going on?" So he was saying that he likes whatnot as a buyer. He said there's a lot of great deals. Only thing that he hates is that everybody sells the same thing.
Oh,
So what he
variety.
said was, he said, I don't think followers come into play. I don't think any of that matters. I think what matters is if like you have something different to sell, to offer to the people, you'll consistently have people there because no one else is going to sell that. So he said when I log in and it's going to be sneakers and they're selling bear bricks, he's like I'm automatically out. Or I go to sneakers and they're selling the same, shoes that just came out,
Mm-hmm.
the new releases, I'm out. I don't see that interesting. So I was like, I mean, that's a good point. As far as selling the same things over and over again. So Fat Joe and Mayor on right now. I did see that. So and they're doing some giveaways too. What did the first one go at? 10K?
10K. You know who bought it?
Who?
Our
Oh,
boy.
Hayden spent 10K on the first one. No surprise there for Fat Joe. Let me see. Oh, Ross Huntington said true. There we go. Everyone sells Panda Dunks. Eric D. PT Hunter gonna set up a booth with all the Ross finds for the low. There we go. So that was interesting. Sneakers in general, me talking to people, they seem kind of like bored of the new releases, but then don't feel like they should overpay for older releases. What I mean older is maybe like
Jordan 11.
2019,
Yeah.
2020
Pre
stuff. Like,
COVID shoes. Pre COVID
yeah,
shoes.
maybe like Hyper Royal, Mocha.
Mm-hmm.
What is the other one? That kind of range.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess for Jordan 1s, a lot of people too were like, I'm done wearing Jordan 1 highs. Those seem to be going down. They're making a lot of dunks, which we've seen too. Same colors over and over again. Um, Jordan 1 lows, Jordan 4s. I think people have been wanting a little bit more, buying more of those. So that's kind of like the feel that I got.
I
We'll see
think,
about Vegas.
dude, I think like it's the price range. I feel like it's either you're getting bricks for 200 to 250, or the ones that are worth something is already like 400 to 500. Is that statement correct?
Well, yes and no, because even like the mocha that was at like 6 is now down. But
Oh, true. But still, at when it's that down, it's still expensive,
yeah, still
right?
expensive, true.
Because I feel like there's no good shoe between 3 to 4. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're kind of like, well, those are like the hyper royals and all of that. They're kind of
Right. And
like
then I
in
think
that
they're
low
mass
range.
produced, right? It feels like mass produced, like
Yeah,
the Jordan 4. Any Jordan 4 that was gonna replace the one is stuck at 3 to 4.
yeah, very true. Oh, still kicking sports.
Oh,
Guess
he's
who's
back.
back? There we go. Miles Unique Sneak spending 10K on mystery boxes on whatnot.
Yep.
Union 4s in the 400. No, big money mo.
Oh,
Let
well,
me
no, no,
see.
the dirt desert moss, yeah.
Oh,
But the off newer, the black is like 6
mm.
or higher. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
a
yeah,
lot of one highs are like Man, they're going down. What up, Mile High Hustle?
I think, to be honest, the ones that I like, the ones is like too far out of reach. It's like, um, it's either like off-white one or like a like the union ones.
Mm.
They're like over 1,000 already.
All right, let's get back into that. That was quick sneaker con news. We'll get in back to like pricing and economy and things
Mhm.
like that. But a couple of things that are coming out. Why so sad? Dunklo.
That's very fitting for. That's a very fitting shoe.
And there we see the insoles, question mark in the back,
Why?
clear
Why?
outsole. When did this come out?
Dude, if they, I
2022.
wish they didn't do clear outsole.
I know. Clear outsole
Imagine if
is
they did
tough.
red outsole
Yeah.
or like
Yeah, red would be cool.
huh?
Yeah, I think red would be cool.
I could see you rocking this.
Next one, Arizona State.
No, it's just like a reverse Midas.
Yeah. See, this is where it gets to the point where you're like, yeah, they don't care.
So much for creativity. Huh? Oh, this is like the golden rod. They just replaced like they just replaced the black with red, right?
But like this maroon,
Yeah, that's what it
call it
is.
a day. Arizona State, get it out there. So into the sneaker releases. What is this?
The Union. Do you talk about the Union?
No, we haven't.
Oh,
That was a not that. Not
oh,
that's just like the title. Right now, it's this.
oh.
I don't know what that is though. Humara.
The Camus, Umaras.
That was on Tuesday. I
Dude,
guess there's two different
The
colors.
Umaras are actually they went to the outlets hard.
Mm.
I think it was
That tiny little
AT&T
swoosh.
Umaras.
Mm. Didn't even know that one was out. Here's a
No.
Union. Cortez. I think Danny said he bought one of these, right? So 130, two
And he
different
won. A lot
colors.
of people won actually. Literally slept.
But I thought they weren't selling that great.
No, not at all. I was actually I remember waking up. I was like, oh babe, we forgot to set the alarm, and then she checked StockX, and
Mm.
she didn't feel that bad.
Next, Air Force One mid, Our Force One, 110. That was today. Resembles crocodile scales. No. Next,
We're going back in time.
Dunk High Denim,
Oh no,
125. Also today.
dude! Like, okay, I get it that they're trying to bring the dunks back, but all the mids are sitting and aren't doing great. I don't even think they're selling out. So
Yeah.
just
No,
stop
they're
making
not.
mids. Just stop making mids and just start selling lows.
Perfect for 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I
They,
guess.
they need to use up that denim material. Sticker flip, fine. Passed on these, Josh Leva. Just skip all the releases. Eric D.
hmm
Next, Jordan 1 Low, Mystic Navy. This is tomorrow, 1:30. So this isn't just a retro of the Royal One Lows. Almost identical. This particular shade of blue is the Mystic Navy. Oh.
Or you could just have called it the Royal One Lows.
At least we can sleep in most days.
Well, true, especially for you guys out there past Mountain Standard Time. Super early for you guys.
Puma, Slipstream, bringing back its 80s basketball sneaker. No. Next,
Whack.
Bleached Coral. What is the other name that they had it?
Oh, I thought it was Haze, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Stage Haze.
Yeah, Stage Haze. Bleached Coral. Is that
And
right?
it's called Bleach Coral only because of the stitch, the Nike Air
Yeah.
stitch.
It's like a light pink. Stage Haze. There we
Dude,
go.
I want this shoe to be honest.
170, so white leather upper, black cracked leather. We can see it there. And the overlays, gray suede wrapping at the heel.
Mhm.
What do you think on these? Resale.
Retail sub 200.
How are we gonna get a retail rally on whatnot when these shoes are selling less than retail?
You don't get paid. You just do retail.
All right, let's get into the news. First one, StockX lays off 8% of its employees.
Yo, wild.
Leave them alone, no resale value. There we go.
Dude, I actually want them. I actually want those. I'm probably gonna make this my dailies.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty much saying it's important to adapt and pivot to deliver the highest level of service to the millions of customers we serve around the world. The macroeconomic challenges currently impacting our global economy continue to affect consumer behavior and hit businesses of all shapes and sizes. StockX is not immune to these challenges. 8%
Or,
gone on the team members.
in layman's term, due to the fact that we couldn't recover, we couldn't recover because of the bad service that we've provided. And after the commercial we put out on the patent breads one doing not good, we have to
True,
sacrifice our employees.
true.
That's the non-corporate way of doing it.
Resale Freak got 4 listings on StockX.
I actually just listed one. I listed one just because I'm trying to take advantage.
Let me see. Did they what did they see? Did they lay off across areas or just sneaker staff? Isn't specified which departments were affected.
No.
Let me see. Glenn's and B's whatnot biz shutting down StockX. I think StockX is shutting themselves down by slow. Yeah, who would they say here? They're gonna be even slower now.
Well,
Um,
also
Also
summer
their
slowdown is
fees.
coming in.
The
Summer
what?
slowdown is coming
Oh
in,
yeah, summer slowdown
and
is
all the
that's
fees that
everywhere.
the processing fee that they added, dude. I was like checking out, like checkout price, right? Like checking out comps on StockX, and then there was like a $800 shoe, right? And then after everything, it's like 930.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is that?
Let me see. Let me go back up. I feel sorry for sneaker stores that opened on the hype. Big Money Mo. We're gonna talk about that too. Heard they're raising fees. StockX? How much? How much more can they raise it? StockX will eventually close up shop. How are you guys sales on other platforms? We're gonna talk about that too, Danny. Before that, I wanted to keep on the StockX thing. Here we are on anybody buy these?
How much were they retail?
185. Air Force One mid off white, 185 right now, depending on the size. 220 and size 13, 202, 218, around that range.
Was this
Around
on sneakers?
two. Yeah, they were. I actually sat there for a little while.
Mm.
Let's see, no. Danny says he got him.
Man, that has been hitting, huh?
Yeah, Danny's been getting a lot of stuff. I don't think it's summer slowdown. Sneaker market is tanking pretty hard. Yaroslav. Let me see. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, definitely. We've been how many times like the last 4 lives we said how sneakers were going down,
Oh,
and
it's. I don't think it's tanking. It's tanked.
I don't think it's done tanking. I think
Well,
this is
it's
just a
not.
start.
Yeah, it's not done. It's not done. And also too, like the freak out, right? The initial freak out reaction of everybody dumping their pairs. That doesn't help the case,
Yeah.
right? I know somebody that's like selling a full size run of patent breads because he said, I'm done holding with them. I'm like, well, like you've held onto it for so long. Why are you selling it now? Like, this is the worst time to sell it. So now all of a sudden there's more. There's what, let's say, that 12 pairs was not in the market. Now you add 12 pairs in the market. Now that just like lower its value.
Mm. Well, we have. All right, we'll get back into that. Here's the next one. Here's your bleached coral and 170. So they're
Oh, nice
already at
price.
a
There you go.
$20 more.
Well, the problem is after checkout, it's like 250.
Yeah.
Hey, hit me up. I need a size 9. I'll pay. How much is a 9? I'll pay 197.
Oh.
Shit.
Shipped. Here's Military Black in case you want to see how this one's doing.
Dude, I'm surprised it's holding well.
I don't think this is holding.
No, no, I thought it was gonna be like Red Thunder sub 3.
Mm.
Red Thunder's down bad.
Yeah.
For Red Thunder's being the most bought shoes on StockX, and then you think military? I mean, I guess it's just the design. A lot of people just wants this.
Well, it's a cleaner color for summer.
Okay, yeah,
So I think that's what they're kind of also interested in compared to like a black and red shoe that
right,
gonna explode in the heat.
yeah.
But 300, 310, 315, it's about the going range right now. Fire Red 3 will tank. Interesting. StockX still
Oh,
selling fakes.
yeah, they are. You think Fire Threes will tank? I mean,
Are there early pairs in here?
could be possible.
Could be. 2013. They're not in here. When did they come out? I mean, could happen. Wouldn't be surprised. Let me see. It's going to continue to fall. They'll do all right. Big Money Mo. Resale Freak, I'm up overall compared to last year and last month. Goat is on fire for me. eBay is slow. Josh Leva. All right, let's get into how are sales right now. Into
Howard.
that talk. Yeah, I'm not saying that your sales should be bad or everyone's doing bad. We're just talking about sneakers. I guess for what I would say is it would be tough right now is if like you bought them at resale, hoping that they would go up and you're gonna make X amount of money after 2, 3, 4 months. Now, if your cost of goods is obviously low, under retail, extra 30 off,
Right, like Big Money
even
Mo.
like Big Money Mo, or even get into like clothing items, things like that. They're on clearance. You're picking, right now is going to be key on spending the least amount of money on inventory, moving bulk or volume if you can, and keeping the deals great for the buyer while still being profitable. Because I was telling B this too yesterday and whatnot. I was just like, dipping into a couple of lives, and a lot of people selling like pre-owned. When it came to shoes, clothes for kids, women's, men's, people were putting things on for $1, and people weren't even bidding. So for me, I'm thinking like, man, people are probably thinking, why buy pre-owned at this point when brand new is going down? I'll just snag brand new because those prices are going cheaper. So that could happen too. I don't know. What do you think?
Buy cheap and only.
And keep
I would
listing.
say I would say sell the stuff that's peaked
Yeah.
overall. And dude, to be honest, sh- should you? I'm just thinking out loud. Should we just hold cash?
Well, I think that right now is the time to kind of like hold on to see what opportunities come. Like I was telling Yaroslav, like I'm waiting on the housing stuff. Like housing stuff
Oh,
goes down. I want to put money down for the second home or something
dude,
like that.
you
But
could, and then I can live in it.
that one that's what I'm trying to like see what kind of opportunities come up on that end. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of being patient. But people are saying too, this is almost like prime buying time. Depends on what you're like, what kind of capital you have, what kind of vision you
So,
have. You
to be
know?
honest, I'm like kind of stuck in the middle because obviously I don't have that big cash flow and stuff like that. Um, at the same time, there's like I guess you could say like you should only buy cheap when you plan on selling it after the dip.
Hmm.
Because like I bought some stuff right for cheap, right? And then it just keeps going down, then all of a sudden, technically, I'm losing money because I bought it. Let's say after a month, I bought it too. Now I bought that item too high, or should I just buy now and flip so quick, like flip it within a week, and then just make 10% off of that?
Mm. I mean, you're keeping it moving. You're profitable, which is also the most important thing.
Right, right.
I mean, you can't lose in that end. So I think it's just
Mhm.
like keeping that going. Q4 time, we always know, no matter what, people will buy during that time.
Yeah.
Um, oh, there you go. Yaroslav says for houses next year. Brian, Glenn trying to get a house up in the mountains. Let me go back up. Let me see. Oh, how are sales? We didn't read those comments. Let me see. My sales equals Dookie, Swoop Man. Sales this week been pretty booming for me. Preston, sales slow. Miles, sales been good. Kevin, first month on eBay, I'm satisfied. SA, you can sell all of your inventory. Sales will be up. Eric D,
True.
that's true. Let me see. Where are we? Plato's has been fire. A lot of people need money. As long as they're also selling at a decent price. I wonder what they're gonna do to adjust. Like, are we still gonna see $120 Jordans that someone brought in, or
That too.
let me
Hey,
see.
price assessment brings out a good a good analysis that cash available, but cash is losing value faster than goods.
That I did read that as well.
That,
Because if you get goods cheap enough, and the value is only gonna go up compared to the dollar, compared to what's going on right now.
hmm
I mean, that's a true statement too. But what are you gonna put your money in?
I was gonna say buy jackets,
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's always good.
huh?
That's always
Like
good.
like buy things that are 10% off of the retail price.
Mm.
So buy $100 jacket for $10.
Let me see. My Plato's is still insane with these prices. Let me go back up. G Wagon, Big Money
Yep,
Mo.
yeah. It's section 149, I believe, is the tax write off. Anything over 6,000 pounds, baby. You can take all deduction on the same year.
Just bought 200 pairs of Adidas shoes the last 3 days. Let's see how this goes. Kevin. Well, Mr.
Yep.
Maverick buys hundreds of Adidas. He's not losing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Price assassin said correct. Verified. Section 149. Anything over. So, Glenn, if you're planning on making net income this year over 125,000, actually, technically, somebody correct me on this, right? If I net 50,000 this year, and then I buy a $125,000 G wagon, I'm I am -1. I'm -75, right? So I don't have
yes.
to pay taxes.
But you
She,
just got to make the payment on the car.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We can make the payment.
We can make the payment and the gas. That's
Yeah,
a write off. We're using it for
yeah.
work.
I'm only going if I have a G wagon. I'm not going far either.
Post office and back. I just need something to put all these packages in.
Oh, the price says yes. You're getting a refund,
Oh, there we go.
and the feds will get after you if they have enough time to audit me.
Write it all off. Oh yeah, what about
Hey,
insurance? SA.
oh, yeah.
Get it
Oh,
wrapped with a
resell
big B
free.
logo.
Rent it out.
Rent it out.
Yo, we could rent that out, right? For
Yeah.
prom and everything like that. Put down tour or anything like that. Man,
Let me
what in the
see.
world is this guy? I keep kicking this guy out, and he's
I know. Are we getting so many? We've never had this in a long time.
huh?
When was the
All
last
these
time we got?
NFT people, man, turn hacker.
Yeah. When was the
Who's
last
that?
time we got? Who's calling you? Whatnot's calling you?
Yeah, whatnot. Let's see.
What? What the heck's going on over there?
The man himself.
Oh, Hayden. Hayden's on. He's on YouTube right now. He doesn't even know.
You're live on YouTube.
All right, here's going back to also. Here's Bitcoin price for those that needed to know. We're at 20, and here's gas prices for those that need to know. The highest right now is California to or 6.3. $6. Wait, where's Ohio on here?
Dude, it's cheap here. I saw one for
You're
like
482.
Yeah. Is that expensive?
Compared to Texas, we're at 450.
Oh,
Apparently.
crap.
All right, so let me get this out of the way. Let's go back. All right, so game plan going forward. B.
We gotta start buying a car.
Business plan, buying a car. I mean, eBay's
Or
been that's the thing that was like I don't want people to get it to seem like whatnot should be the be all end all. Like I think you should be if you are accepted, I think you should be selling on both. Like whatnot eBay or whatnot Amazon or eBay Amazon or I don't know, whatever you can do to sell more products. I think that's what you should be doing. Cross listing somehow, some way. Let me see. What paid $8.90 in San Francisco? McLovin.
yo, to be honest, I think this is a time to cross post, cross list. Like it's an opportunity for your business to get more traffic and it doesn't cost you anything but time. Because to be honest, I'm not sourcing as much as I am
Mm.
or as much as I was.
Let me see. Whatnot, my lost leader, Kevin. Let me go back up and see. Man, where are we? Oh, still kicking sports. So what kind of margins are people working on right now? 0.5x, 2x, 5x your money?
Hmm.
So people, I see people still killing on Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's like the biggest, not like, it is the biggest e-commerce platform.
Right, but at this point, you've at this point you've had to have a system running already. It's not like let's build now.
It's
I
not
don't
like, oh, I just got accepted for FBA. Let
right,
me
and
put
let
some
me
stuff
kill it
in.
here during this time, right? I
Yeah.
don't think it works that way.
Let me see. Let me go back up. Glenn, I think the type of inventory you have should determine where you sell more hype. Got to what, not everything else eBay. That's a good point too. Like, what are you selling? What makes more sense? Like for me, like the hats, they move really slow on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
But would I necessarily say they make a lot more profit? Mm, depends on the hat. Because there's some hats have done really good on whatnot that are like
Right.
45, 55 plus. That would take definitely like 4 to 6 months to get 55 on eBay.
True. Again, I think the combo of eBay and whatnot is good.
Let me
Um,
see. I'll go back. Oh,
Price
go ahead.
Assassin said more than mids. Where my mid seller at?
And where are the mids? How are mids doing right now?
Huh?
Let me see. Mile High Hustle running a charity. Mile High said, "What? We don't need no
He
stinking
said he don't
margin."
need no stinking margins. He makes too much. If he makes more, with a full time job and more money reselling, you know, he's gonna have to pay a lot of taxes. So,
Let me see. I think in this economy, 50% is great. Still kicking sports.
I'll do 50% any business is good as long as it's net 50.
Question for Glenn and B. Have you ever seen the sneaker market crash like this? It's a good question.
Yes, I mean, not crash. I would say, remember when like Bread's 11 and Bread's 4 came out?
Okay.
I don't think they acted like Oreo Force or UNC or or Mochas. I don't think they like even 2016, right when the band once released, I was picking them up for 250. It wasn't crash, it was just down. In fact, I would say in perceived value combined. To be honest, maybe they made a lot, or maybe it wasn't that hot because Ultra Boost and Yeezy were taking off during that time.
I guess I wouldn't say that at that moment was definitely crashing. I think
Right.
sneaker was still kind of like on the rise, kind of
Or
like
it
not
shifted to
everybody.
Adidas or Yeezy, right?
Yeah, there was it was kind of just like a different time to where like it was kind of like getting there, but it was kind of like uncertainty, but it was like mid range. I would say
Hmm.
the closest thing I would say to crashing would be when honestly when like Outlet, Ross, Burlington kind of all crash at the same time when it comes to supply.
Hmm.
Because I remember that time too with us talking on the live show, like, hey guys, Ross isn't going to be the same. Burlington's not going to be the same. And they'll tell me, nah, you're being negative. Trust
Hmm.
me, like, they're big corporations are always going to have stuff. How
Right.
are they not going to have any Nike? And so that was almost like a pre crash of what could happen down the road. Now we're seeing like this big crash with hype. And I would probably say the opposite will happen to where like Ross and Burlington and all of them will eventually start to get the swoosh back after all of this crash happens with
Right.
this
Yeah.
stuff that these people aren't buying.
So you
So
think we're gonna start back to where 2017 was?
yeah, that's what I could see it kind of going back again, right? Because those shoes are going to be sitting
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
Brotherhoods and
Yeah.
Heritage and
Yeah.
fives and 13s, and then eventually trickle their way to the outlets, and then
Yeah.
Ross, Burlington, and all that back to buying.
Yeah. I think right now there's still a lot of money for people to buy from the outlet because we've never seen outlet discount this much.
Yeah.
Like post COVID was different because post COVID was people uh had overstock, right? That's why it was down. I don't think we're experiencing overstock right now. I think they just want to clear out inventory.
Yeah, I just think that this crash isn't even there yet. I think this is
No.
the start of it going down, but
Hmm.
I don't think we're anywhere near the bottom of the bottom. Then we'll see the crash. But
Right.
right now it's just starting. Let me see. What crash? Stimulus money was pumping the sneaker market and everything else. What's happening now was expected, right?
True.
A lot of
Agree.
inflated a
Yeah.
bubble.
So it was fake money, right? It wasn't supposed to be in circulation anyway, right? So if stimmies weren't pumped, we would have stayed level.
And without having lockdown, I think lockdown had a lot to do
Yeah.
with it
Yeah.
too. And
Hmm.
that shut down, a good man. How long were we out? With stores closed and all of that,
2 years
except
for
for the
sure.
big corporations, right? Mom and pop, you got to close, but
Yeah,
Home
Walmart you
Depot, you
stay
can
open,
stay open.
and Amazon grew. I think
Let
Amazon
me
caused it
see.
all.
Still kicking sports. Has anyone started putting money into other areas that you weren't into before? Interesting.
Uh, no, and I think that's risky because that means you don't have experience on that uh department,
Mm.
right? Let's say I've been selling shoes for the last 6 years now, right? And then I'm like, bro, there's opportunity in vintage. Let me take some of my money and put it in vintage. Now all of a sudden I have to learn vintage.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
So I think the right thing would have been for the last couple of months, you've been slowly pivoting into something else if you were going to do it
yeah, yeah,
to prepare what's going to come up in the
yeah.
next couple of months going forward. I guess that
Hmm.
would have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
the better thing to do.
Hmm.
Big money mo business wise, I'm still in shoes, but I'm still buying stocks, which you were doing before.
Hmm.
All of this happened anyway. So Best time in forever to buy hype personals. Ah, for sure.
Yep, true. I mean, off-white fives are down. Um, the Union ones are down even. Like I
Yeah,
think you can get the set for like 30, 3,500 to 4 grand.
yeah.
Let's see.
Man, there's a lot of comments we haven't even gotten to yet. Price Assassins. Shoes were also never as hyped as they were last year, so it feels like crashing hard now, but really it's regression towards the mean. I was expecting things to come down, just didn't know exact timing. Got rid of most of my retros last Q4 into this Q1. Big money mo. Let me see. Still kicking sports. Is the crash just in hype, or is it across the board as you see it?
I think it's just hype. And my reasoning behind it is hype is extra. Um, but I think the regular is fine. Like I pretty much restarted my eBay back this month, and then my sales starting to climb. Like I'm selling baseball cleats, soccer cleats, Converse, and all kinds of like
The
sub $100.
everydayers.
Huh?
The everydayers.
Yeah, the sub $100, right? Sub $100. So because one of the things that I mean, looking at having a global view of things, right? Being in the Philippines, having connections in Asia and all kinds of parts of different places in the world is the recession that happens in America. I don't want to get too technical. Is it's just when we feel hurt here, when we're hurting here, it's actually not losing everything. It's just not being able to live in excess.
Hmm.
So not being able to cop your a $500 shoe every month might be hard, or might be the recession that people are saying like, oh, it's tank, and that's the background of saying why I own why it's only hurting hype as much, right? For example, for me, like Red Thunder Force or Oreo Force or Military Force shouldn't be going over 300. Shouldn't even close to 4. It should
Yeah.
be sub 3. It should be 275 to 300. Like that's on a regular day. But I think the money being there, I think it drove it up because people were paying for it. Um, and I think it should be back to where it was, where the release day, everything settles, and then everything starts going up after a year. The last 2 years, it just everything just jumps after everybody gets their product. And I don't
Yeah.
think that's, I think that's just the excess part of it, because everybody has money to buy multiple pairs. So now we're literally shorting the market, pulling all those pairs in the market, and it drives the prices. Now everybody's releasing a bunch of those items because they're not rare. You were just able to hold a bunch more pairs.
Yeah.
So now it's back into the market. Now I think it's just hurting it, but I don't think it's crash. I don't think it's crashing yet. It's just I feel like, for me, to be honest, looking at the sneaker hype game, I think it just leveled out. Based on it's just regressing to mean, regressing to the median or the average, or where it should have been.
I mean, like you're saying, like, yeah, no one needs a white Oreo 4,
Yeah,
but, and I agree too, like, I don't think they eventually should have gone as high as they did.
right.
But like they were saying too, people printing money, you're getting money, it's gonna drive it up. This is where we're at.
Hmm.
And they had a good point here too. Like I sold Vapor Max the other day for like 250. Like people will pay for other stuff that's not hype.
Dude, I saw, yeah, dude, I was surprised. I was like, what's this $180 sale? And it was the Vapor Max.
Yeah, I mean
On
that's
eBay.
that will be there, and it has
Yeah.
been there, which is a good
Mhm.
thing for us that
Yeah.
hasn't been selling nothing but hype.
Right.
But for the people that are like the hype shoes, like all the Supreme, all of that, and even into like, man, like the dude's trying to sell like 125, $175 brims. Those days are done. I don't see anybody
Yo,
spending that money on a hat.
yo,
Like,
breaking news.
what happened?
Who won the LV shoes?
Who?
Our boy.
Unique Sneaks?
Yeah.
What? Oh man.
Huh?
How many boxes did he buy?
I think he bought
He bought
3.
another one. Oh wait, he bought one
One,
at 10,000.
one,
I think that
two,
was it.
3. No, he bought.
Oh. No, he
Oh
bought
yeah,
another one at
he bought
12,000.
4. He bought 4 boxes.
Wow, man. What recession? What are we
What
talking about
recession?
here?
Oh my gosh.
Wild.
Yeah,
Let me see. He dropped 50K. It says BKK.
yeah. So,
Let me see. Let me go back up.
all right, going back to the topic.
Okay.
So Eric D said, it's a correction, market correction.
um.
I think we all could agree that,
Yeah.
right? Not now houses aren't going wild. Now whoever was trying to get a house not gonna get a house.
Kind of. That's
Wrong
also
interest
on
rate.
like it's because like a lot of the houses near me that were like, man, that weren't even anywhere near those ranges. Like I asked, what I was trying to find out? They're like, yeah, this house runs like 520, 520 grand. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way. And then now when I checked, now it's at 440. I'm like, how did it drop that already? So what
Because
is it
some
going to
people
be
change.
at
Yep.
next year? So that's why I feel like where we're at also with the sneakers. Like, not all shoes are down bad, but
Mm-hmm.
some are slowly, and they're going to make their way down there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Housing prices still going up in some areas. First rental come in 2023. Kevin, it's going to be time to buy houses when they dip just to rent out. Danny, too much
True.
greed in the housing market. SA, houses won't really drop. People need places to live, and rent is up. But then also, interest rates are going to go up too. So when is that going to go down? Houses are already dropping, says Yaroslav. Depending on the area and how inflated, it will go down by a lot, 30 to 50%. Definitely the El Paso ones were way inflated. There's like no way it's worth that much.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yep. Yeah. So it'd be interesting. I would say, let's put it this way: if we're playing the long game and we're not trying to get rich within the next 6 months, right? Can we all agree? You and me agree for this for sure. We're not trying to get and cash out the next 6 months. I would say I would be, and this is the hardest part of me being me, is being conservative.
Okay,
I
go
think
ahead.
the best move is be conservative with moves on putting money outside of your business instead
Mm.
of putting in.
Stuff you
So
don't know.
right, right. Again, like conservative doesn't mean being gun shy. I would still buy under market items. Like put you in perspective, right? Like somebody sold me mochas for like 330. I bought it, right? Which is, to be honest, is an opportunity. But somebody's trying to sell me like 10 packs of Red Thunders for like 290.
Mm.
That'd be a big no,
Mm.
right? You're like, okay, I could make 25 to $50 each, but no. I think that's me being conservative there.
Mm.
So I think that's what we gotta do.
Would you jump into cards right now?
I would not try anything I don't have a clue about.
I would not try anything.
I'd
Well,
I'd
that's
be I'd be a Twitch streamer cooking or cooking on whatnot before I do anything like cooking something I know. So even though I haven't made money on it, but at least it's something I know.
well, the reason why I brought that up was because that's really what also got a lot of people in trouble, and everybody kind of thrown into this thing is like when there was all this extra money, let's get into these extra hobbies that we know nothing about that sound interesting, that well, have extra money. Let's try this. Let's try that. And now it's like complete opposite to where you better be paying attention, what you're going to put your money into, whether you're going to resell or keep for yourself. But for the most part, comes down to like less than retail and better deals possible. That's when I was asking people about whatnot, and they're like, you know what? I think this is what someone told me. They're like, you know what? I think you and the B, you guys aren't selling everything that you have. You guys should go harder on whatnot. And I'm like, why? Because the deals are there. There's some stuff that's going for dirt cheap. And then he's like, well, also you guys, shipping out fast and this and that. And I'm like, here we go. So I mean, it does make sense, but at the same time, like yesterday on the jerseys, I was like, I could sell Jordan, Kobe jerseys another time. Like, they're like, no, just list them right now. Just sell them now. I'm like, hold on. Yeah, B will ship out quick. B's ready to go.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we got a lot of advice here.
Oh, there's a lot of good comments. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right, let me start off with Vintage Profit. Not the time to risk a bunch of capital on random product. Be a sniper and be greedy if you catch someone slipping.
I like that. See, that's me.
Okay,
That's me.
I like that.
Like that's good advice right there.
Yaroslav. That's why so many people lost money in crypto. They don't know what they're going on and trying to get rich quick, stock crypto, etc. Have a lot of sharp people, and if you don't know what you're doing, you lose.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. That's staying in your lane.
Now Hayden's talking to Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Mile High Hustle. Focus on the fundamentals. Do your research. Buy what you know will sell, accept less margin, and keep the cash flow moving. If you have investment stock, hold it through the dip. Mile High Hustle.
I agree.
Losing money on cars right now. Austin. Cards. Sorry, I said not cars. Sneaker flip, just wait. We're at the tip of the iceberg. When crab hits the fan, no area is going to be able to avoid dropping in price. Can't buy houses if you're out of work, and that's coming soon. Intramorph. Interesting. Well, especially when the house is stuff, that's like the first thing to look at. What kind of income you have coming in? What about your loans and or student loans that never go away? Your debts? How much cash can you put down? Let me see. Just got back from sourcing. The secret sauce is brand new common items from a few years ago and pre-owned sneakers that are in high demand. There we go. New in-box shocks for 300. That's a pretty good thing too. Brand new common items from a few years ago or slightly pre-owned. High demand.
Let's see.
Let me go back. What's another one? This crash just getting started.
Kevin said, "Cash poor, inventory rich all year, baby." I mean, dude, that's how I built. That's how I built the beehive. Ramen noodles and frozen pizza, but dude, I had fat inventory. It will pay off in Q4. That's what I always say. It will pay it. It will pay off in Q4.
Change the show to economy talk. I know that's where we're at right now. That's happened during pandemic. Remember, we talked about the same thing over and over because we're like,
Yeah. And
what's going to happen next? We don't know.
Remember, we start investing and using our stimmy money for stocks. We took an L.
All right. Oh
Exactly,
man.
right? And then imagine it was like, man, Hertz is gonna go down. Hertz was 3 cents, and now Hertz is $15. If Ken was a genius, he should have just bought Hertz and let it sit there. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's why that was another lesson.
Let me see. Yaroslav, are you a realtor, bro? He is, which is kind of funny. Healthcare is booming. We're busier than ever. A lot of sicker people. Well, that's not a good thing, but
Dude,
that's also happening.
I've actually heard a lot of people I know
Getting sick.
We're
big, either heart conditions.
No, virus sick.
Oh, virus sick.
It's coming back.
No.
Because I think they don't have anything, they don't have anything to talk about. They let loose a few flies that have it.
Oh, come on. Another problem for sneakers during the last couple of years is everyone became a reseller, which has saturated the market with inventory. Too many sellers equal low ballers, killing resale values. Also agree. But not only that, everybody wanted to open a sneaker store too. It's
Yep.
like not
Well,
only are they a sneaker seller, I got a whole store now.
well, because it was cheap rent.
And they probably still didn't calculate the overhead and paying employees, and that's really going to come into play more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Recession is killing the mall loopers.
Yeah.
Anyone with leftover toilet paper from pandemic will have plenty of fuel to heat their homes when the depression hits. Mile high.
Dude, to be, I, I'm not wishing this on our on us, but I wonder what. Well, because like the lockdown was tough, right? Imagine
Yeah.
when like during the back in the day the depression. I wonder how hard it is.
Well, like I said, during 2008, like
You were there. You were alive. You were
the
alive.
parents' business, my dad said that they're 3 months away from closing completely.
Mm-hmm.
They'd never been in that situation,
But
and
who's
just
like an
sales were
adult
not
here
coming
that
in.
felt that? Like were you still in school during this time?
I was still in school.
Okay. I
I
wonder what
know.
it feels like to actually like have to go through that and have to manage your finances going through that. How long did it last? What I mean, in your perception, how long
Yeah, I think
did
my
you feel
perception
it?
is going to be kind of skewed because I was kind of like just trying to get through school. I wasn't even really paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't until way after the fact that my dad was pointing all these things out. And of course, we saw it every year on the numbers,
Yeah.
year to year. Let me see. We're already officially in a recession. Intramorph to Mile High and Eric. Let me see. Mile High had a good show this weekend. Good advice buying certain items. Mile High, very smart man. Yes, please add Mile High. We'll bring him back on the show. We've
Mm-hmm.
interviewed him before. I have to bring him in here. Let me see. I think that is it. B has a Q&A. So B's going to talk more.
A Q&A or a selling shoes? It's gonna be a hangout.
Oh,
Let's
you don't
put
know
it
what's
out.
going on? It's a little mix of everything.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we'll see.
All right. B has to get ready. So he's going to go on Whatnot right now. If
I'm
you want to
bouncing out.
go
All
and
right.
transfer
I'll
to
see you guys
B.
next week.
All right. We'll see you guys on next Wednesday. Go ahead and get it. See you.